what was it, 20 cents a litre?
25 cents a litre.
25 cents a litre, so it would have cost us like $45 to fill up the caravan tank.
Carnarvon Gorge, here we come. And we've parked pretty much right next to the people next to us, so we're feeling a little bit guilty. What is it? No, thick boys and big rigs.
We are all set up here at Bowenville Reserve. It's about 45 minutes west of Toowoomba. It's our first night away properly in the van, off power and everything, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, it would be great to test everything out. It is a big free camp here. There's probably 30 vans or 30 campers in here, and I think this place is going to fill up.
Yeah, from what we saw on Wiki Camps, it looks like this place gets very busy, and as we can see already, there is quite a few people.
Good morning. We are just heading to Roma this morning. We're about an hour and a half away still, and we can tell we're going into outback Queensland because the roads are shocking. Just so lumpy and bumpy, you can't really sit back and relax. Puts me on edge a little bit. Let us know in the comments, what has been the worst road you've driven on? Not like a dirt road, but like bitumen in Australia. I want to know what the worst one is. I mean, the Bruce Highway is pretty bad.
I was going to say, the Bruce Highway is probably one of the worst, but this is getting up there, the one that we're on now, Warrego Highway.
Let us know in the comments.
Well, here it is, the big rig. We've pulled into Roma at the information centre. They've got this big rig behind us. We're not really too sure about it, so we're going to go have a look.
Two big rigs.
Two big rigs.
Two big rigs.
Hey, check it. They've got a few bits here at the information centre. They've got the Slab Hut Museum. Not really sure what it is.
This is called a slab hut. Does anyone know what a slab hut is? We're struggling to find any information. Is this like...
Just some old quarters, I reckon.
Yeah. Come on, Juice.
He's like, nah, I'm getting bad vibes already.
You and me both, mate. Look at this. I don't like old stuff.
He's like, get me out. Didn't like that, mate?
If you do want to go to the big rig, you actually have to pay $20 a person. It's a museum, there's a treetop walk as well. We weren't really interested in doing all of that this morning, so we just looked at the free attractions around the visitor centre. Now we've done the dinosaur trail, Hughenden, Winton, Richmond, but apparently they have some history here as well. They have found two types of dinosaurs in Roma, and it's got something to do with the soil. Apparently in the river it's really fertile, and I think, if I can remember this correctly, the soil somehow like overturns itself, is it?
Yeah, so the soil like moves and it brings stuff up from underground, and then all these fossils come popping up. Yeah, Roma's been a pretty interesting place so far. It's home to oil and gas, so that's why they had the big rig up there. They've got dinosaur stuff, and then behind us here is also a big bottle tree that we're going to go have a look. It's a bit of a thick boy, so come have a look.
Talking about thick, what is it? No, thick boys and big rigs. Are these part of the Boab tree family, I wonder?
Oh, I don't reckon.
You don't reckon? It looks
they
like
look
one.
Similar, but I don't think they are. Well, there you go. It's not a Boab.
Obviously, I'm not the first one to think so.
Yeah, for them to have to put a sign in, they're obviously thinking that people are getting them mixed up. So the reason it's not a Boab is because it's actually native to Queensland.
And I'm pretty sure Boabs were like from Madagascar or something.
Madagascar in Africa.
Yeah.
They floated across, whereas these bad boys, homegrown. We're on our way to camp tonight, and Chelsea just tells me that somebody just sent us a super thanks with a $25 gift along with it. So a massive shout out to Ron van der Wegen, because yeah, that's just made our afternoon. That's so good, we really appreciate it.
We found an awesome gravel pit for tonight between Roma and Carnarvon Gorge. That way we can head into Carnarvon Gorge at a decent time in the morning. Juice was well and truly done in the car this afternoon, so he's going a bit crazy. Are you right there, mate? Got your pair of socks?
As you saw in last week's video, that Chelsea's parents come and picked up the caravan for us to take back to Adelaide, and they'd only just gotten home. I think it was about 10:30, and the caravan is already sold. It was 5:30 that afternoon that it's been sold, so it was there for less than 8 hours, and someone's already nabbed up an absolute ripper of a caravan. 3 hours after I put the ad up, and then it was the first person that come and looked at it, knew exactly what they wanted, and yeah, we had a few other people message us, but this one got in first. Sorry, we'll shut up and play with you, alright?
Well, we got waken up about 5 o'clock this morning to just crying in his crate because he was so cold. And now he's snuggling on the bed. We've had him all snuggled up in his jacket since then. I think it got down to about 5 degrees this morning. We actually checked the weather right before we went to bed last night, and we didn't realise it'd be getting so cold overnight so quickly. And we don't have a diesel heater yet.
We are stocking up this morning before we head to Carnarvon Gorge, because they sent out a letter where we're staying, or an email, not a letter. We don't get the post while we're travelling around that quickly. Saying that water was, what was it, 20 cents a litre?
25 cents a litre.
25 cents a litre, so it would have cost us like $45 to fill up the caravan tanks. So yeah, making sure we're stocked up before we head into the Carnarvon Gorge.
Carnarvon Gorge, here we come. They said Carnarvon Gorge would be busy, but the only traffic we're seeing is cows and kangaroos.
Yeah, a few kangaroos jumping across, a few cows on the road. At least these ones are kind enough to move off the side.
They knew there's a big rig coming.
Yeah, cheers guys, have a nice day.
We have just arrived to Sandstone Park, and the views here are amazing so far. Apparently every site has 360-degree views of the highlands. Is that where we are?
Yeah,
highlands?
we're kind of like just right up on top of like a shelf, so it'd be awesome to actually see the views once we're all set up.
We're just gonna go check in and then we'll show you our site.
We are all set up here at Sandstone Park. It is the only dog-friendly spot in Carnarvon Gorge here that you can camp at, and it's also a 5-minute drive to the national park where you can start all the walks from. So it's a great location for the next couple of days while we go explore the national park.
When we got to our site, we didn't actually realise how big it was. So we've parked right over one side thinking that there's like maybe 3 or 4 more sites just out here. No, that's all our site. And we've parked pretty much right next to the people next to us. So we're feeling a little bit guilty. We're gonna head over and actually use the site allocated to us.
Yeah, we've got all this room and we want to be right next to people.
But yeah, pretty much.
Down to that post over there.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, so we've got like 50 metres of, I don't know, good view site. Alrighty, we're all set up again, and now this is much better.
We were wondering why the people next door were giving us some strange looks, probably because we were so close to them where we've got all this area.
Yeah, never thought we'd be those people, eh? Well, we are here at Carnarvon Gorge, and we're only here for 2 nights, so we thought we'd kick this one off and get stuck into a walk straight away. This one is Mickey's Creek Walk, 3 kilometres return. Seems fairly easy, it's grade 3, and I think it's just through an old riverbed or something. Yeah, should be pretty good. Let's go check it out. Well, I was nearly going to put a singlet on for this walk because it was about 26 degrees at camp, and you're thinking, oh yeah, it'll be nice and warm doing a walk. Well, it's actually dropped like 10 degrees the further we get into the gorge, and it's beautiful in here. Oh, hello, Pop. Hello, mate. Go on, Guzzy, just.
You're gonna sleep.
Hello, mate. Oh, yeah.
Good boy.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Good morning. It is another beautiful day in Carnarvon Gorge National Park, and we are off to do the Moss Garden walk this morning.
Yeah, so I managed to con Chelsea into a 7-kilometre walk, so let's get stuck into it.
It's only a grade 3, so I don't think it's going to be too bad.
Well, we've made the turn off to Moss Garden. We've got 650 metres to go, and it's actually been a really cruisy walk so far. It's been pretty flat, a few steps here and there, but overall it's actually been really easy.
The landscape keeps constantly changing, and now we've just got some awesome views of mountains. What are they, rock faces?
Yeah, cliff sides.
Yeah. Turn us around. Well, I think this is why they call it Moss Garden.
Yeah, really nice so far. The last 650 metres from the walk have probably been the most challenging. More just because there's steps and rocks you got to cross over the creeks, but other than that, it's awesome. There you go, we've made it to us.
Made it!
3.5 k's in, 3.5 to go.
Oh. Well, this is so worth it.
Yeah, this is pretty spectacular.
Well, we were pleasantly surprised with the Moss Garden walk. Just on our way back now. It's well worth it. Make sure you do the 7k walk. It seems like a lot, but it's pretty flat, probably 80% of the way.
Yeah, it's only the last little bit that's a bit challenging, but it is very well worth it. It took us about an hour to get here, and so it'll be about an hour to get back, and then we should be sweet.
Instead of going straight to our second walk for today, we thought we'd pop back. It was only about a 5-10 minute drive back to the campground, have lunch here, spend some time with Juice because he is cooped up in the van while we're out on these walks. Usually we take him everywhere with us, but obviously Carnarvon Gorge is a big national park and we have to leave him in the van. We have been watching him on the dog camera though. He's been very well behaved, but we're just like baby steps at the moment because it is a new van. He's still getting used to it and we don't want to like freak him out or anything. We're back out at the last walk we're going to do in Carnarvon Gorge, and we're really trying to get the motivation for this because we were exhausted from the 7Ks this morning and the walk that we did yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, it wasn't until we come back and sat down and had lunch and just sort of vegged out for a bit, we're like, oh, I got no motivation to get up and do another one. But here we are, we're at Rockpool and we're going to go have a look.
I don't think it's very far. It's like 600 metres or something.
200.
Oh no, 200 metres.
200.
Yes.
Here we go, Rockpool. It's because there's one big rock in it.
Oh, is this it?
I think so. Going for a swim?
No, I'm glad I didn't bring my bathers. Probably the murkiest water we've seen in the whole national park is in the swimming hole.
Everything else has been crystal clear.
It has. Now we got told to take a little track further. Apparently it takes you to another hole. Is this the one?
Yeah, just through here. All right, I'm following you. Opens up and it's a bit clearer here, hey. Very nice.
Maybe I should have brought my bathers.
Yeah.
I bet you it's ice cold. Yep.
Freezing?
Pretty cold.
Yeah, this is definitely the better spot. So if you come down the track a little bit further, it opens up and it's super clear and super nice. What do you reckon?
Super.
It's actually quite refreshing.
All right, in you hop then.
Oh, just to cool off from like here down, I reckon.
When we were driving into Carnarvon Gorge a couple of days ago, we saw this point of interest on the side of the road, but we didn't have enough time to stop. But we've come back today and it's an old plane. It looks like it's crashed. Bryce is just reading the info now and we'll get him to explain what's happened.
Nothing to do with that.
Oh, that's not the right information.
Well, it's just some other information. It's how they opened up a horse stud out here just for the police to use because they couldn't actually get enough horses or good quality horses to use in the area. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, right. I'm more interested in this plane though.
We found out a bit of information on this one. So there was a flight from Darwin to Brisbane and it actually encountered an electrical storm and it crashed and there was no survivors, unfortunately. Well, the two camps that we were going to look at today all went pear-shaped. The first one was way too overgrown. It was like grass, like knee height sort of thing. So it wasn't very comfortable. And then the second one, I think it was called, what was it, Virgin Rock?
Yep.
And it was overcrowded. I think there was like 8 or 9 people in this small little area and you would have just been like touching tips of caravans just about. So instead we've come out to our old faithful gravel pit. Thanks for watching another video. If you have enjoyed this one, make sure to drop us a comment below, hit the like button, make sure you subscribed, and we'll see you next Sunday. Catch ya.